All right, guys, the next thing I need to show you how to do is how to subtract mixed numbers, because some of these get a little tricky. Remember that I always want you to start with the fractions, and subtraction is normally actually the reason why. Remember, take a look at your sign first, make sure you're subtracting when you should be subtracting. And if you look at the fractions, the first thing you'll notice is 1/6 minus 5/6. Now that's going to be impossible to do because we can't take 5 away from 1, but we do know that we can always take our denominator and move it down. So I will do that. Okay, what I need to do here, instead of like we did with addition, we were taking a number over itself and adding it to the whole numbers. This time we're going to do the reverse, because like we've talked about before, subtraction is just reverse addition. So what we're going to do here is we're actually going to cross out the 4 and we're going to take 1 away from it. But in this case, since we're dealing with fractions, we're going to look at our denominator, and we know that we're dealing with sixths. So we're going to take 6/6 and we're going to move them over here. So your 4 has 1 taken away from it, so it's actually going to be a 3 now. And when I take my 6 and I add it to 1, it's going to mean that I have 7/6. Basically, 4 and 1/6 is the same thing as 3 and 7/6. It's just written differently. That way we can actually work with it. So what we're going to do is, and I always like to do this because it gets a little bit easier on myself, is if you can do this without rewriting the whole thing, that's okay. But if you need to, you can rewrite the 1 and 5/6 over here and then work the problem. That tends to help a little bit. So I'm going to do that just because I don't want my eyes wandering all over the place. I'm going to take and just do the problem just like we've already learned. Okay, let me get this 6 out of the way because I didn't use it. I'm going to drop my denominator. Now I'm going to do 7 minus 5 is 2. And now I'm going to do 3 minus 1 is 2. And I'm left with 2 and 2/6. Okay, if you want to look at your page, this is actually number 9 on 305. So I gave you a little bit of a freebie. Thanks a lot, guys. If you need any help, let me know.